Driving through the Trans-Canada Highway is always a pleasure. That too, if in the early morning, there will be marvelous scenes unfolding in front of you. The early morning fog rising just a couple of meters above the ground is a magical sight to watch. We couldn't resist pulling over on the side of the highway just to experience it. This trip is to a beautiful district in the northeastern part of Ontario, the Algoma country. It borders on two of the greatest lakes of North America, the Lake Superior and the Lake Huron. Algoma is famous for its rugged scenery comprising lakes, hills, waterfalls, forests, and many more. And on your way, don't forget to try the delicious sandwiches from any of the highway side eateries. Our first stop on the trip is a museum in Bruce Mines, a town well known as Canada's first copper mine. This building itself has a fascinating history. Built in 1894, it was once a Presbyterian church known as the Church on the Rock. Unfortunately, the museum is now closed due to the COVID pandemic. The Simpson shaft displayed near the Bruce Mines Marina is a good place to learn about the town's mining history. Visitors can get a glimpse of what it was like to mine on the shores of the Lake Huron and some of the tools used then. Also displayed here is a shield awarded to the mine for 1 million safe man-hours in 1964. Up next, we are going to a beautiful island situated in the channel between the lakes Huron and Superior, the St. Joseph's Island. The Hilton Beach is one of the two communities in the island. The beach and the marina here is quite scenic. Its location in the Lake Huron makes it a very popular boating destination. The place is also well known for the great restaurants, many of which are now closed due to the pandemic. Still, we managed to have lunch from one of the few open restaurants in the marina. The Fort St. Joseph National Historic Site is one of the important places in the island. The staff, dressed up in the traditional French voyager outfit, explain about the strategic importance the island once had.
40 miles from here, the river is Mackinac Island. Again, when you look at the map, think of Lake Superior, Lake Huron, Lake Michigan, and Mackinac, Straits of Mackinac, which is very close to here. This is the heart of those three great lakes. So controlling the fur trade in all three of those, but primarily Lake Michigan and Lake Superior. This area came into play to control that. They really established themselves at Mackinac Island, Michilimackinac, you might see it.
The museum here is a good source to get knowledge about the history of the island. It has a very good collection of military and cultural artifacts. The best way to enjoy nature here is to walk along the shore, feeling the gentle breeze from the lake. This is the remains of a mysterious chimney, one of the iconic features in the site. Once a thriving community of soldiers, Aboriginal people and fur traders, this place now only have the ruins of the fort where the War of 1812 began. There is also a demonstration of the techniques used to make fire in the olden days.
This is a bit of oakum or a jute plant. This is a little piece of fabric that has essentially been turned into charcoal. This is called char cloth. So flint, this is actually a piece of chert, is a kind of rock. This is the same basic technology that guns during the day used as well to fire. So you have a piece of stone that is harder, it's actually harder than this piece of steel. And what you need to do is take off a teeny tiny little fragment of this steel, and the carbon that's in it will react with the oxygen in the atmosphere and give off a lot of heat. In other words, will make sparks. So now I'm going to put that here. And there it goes.
Let's watch yet another old method of making fire.
Fungus that grows on birch trees.
The other trick I'm going to do is I'm going to hold this focal point on this piece of chaga a little longer. Even though I see it smoldering, I know it needs more. So I'm going to try to get it a little hotter before I put it in.
We just need a little more patience that way.
The National Historic Site is a nice place to just sit back and enjoy the nature or even learn skateboarding. Echo Bay is a small township near the Lake George. We are here to visit a structure this town is famous for, the Loon Dollar Monument or the Big Loonie. This monument was constructed in 1992 and is dedicated to Robert R. Carmichael, the artist responsible for the creation of the Loon Dollar design. He was a resident of this town. It's a long day on the road and our bodies need to be rejuvenated. What better than a dip in the cool waters of any of the calm lakes in this place? The sun's gone, day gets darker and it's time for dinner and wind up for the day.